folks. I'm awfully excited about my next guest. He is a Golden Globe-nominated actor known for The Strain and House of Cards. He's now in the new film Gold. Please welcome Corey Stoll.
Nice to meet you, too.
Never met you before, but you're one of my favorite actors.
Oh, my God.
Not just for House of Cards or Ant-Man, but you're also hilarious as Ernest Hemingway in Midnight in Paris. You can do it all. You're a native New Yorker, right?
I am, yeah.
Did you grow up in the city? In Manhattan, or?
Yeah, Upper West Side,
I don't
right?
meet many people who grew up in Manhattan. What was it like as a kid? Was it, what years was it, 70s?
Yeah, 70s and 80s. Yeah. It was not the Disneyfied version that we have right now.
Mm-hmm. No, you're not running into
no
the green
M&M
M&M on the
right.
street. Exactly. So what was it with your parents? Were you like a free-range kid? Were your parents just let you roam around the city?
Yeah, I was a really big kid. Like, I was the kind of kid.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, I was just. People thought I was a couple years older. Like, you know, people would sort of look at my mother sort of with sympathy that, you know, they thought that I was 7 when I was 5, and I was developmentally a 5-year-old, but, you know, I looked like a 10-year-old.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and they looked at your mother because when you were born, you were 2 years old? Were they not worried at all? Because that was the New York was a little trashy at the time.
If they were worried, they didn't betray that worry.
Did you have to carry like mugger money in your pocket so you'd have something to give to the criminals who were coming to blackjack you?
I usually did, and I gave it up freely. I knew not to fight. In fact, I'd never been in a fight. But my parents actually, I didn't learn this until years ago, but I started walking to school with a friend of mine. We were about 10 years old. And my parents said, "You're walking to school with him." And I said, "Well, okay, we're not really friends, but okay." And I found out later that his parents had offered to hire me to walk him to school.
You were hired muscle? Your parents were pimping you out as a bodyguard?
Well, you know, luckily they didn't take the money.
Okay.
But I'm not quite sure what I would have done in the situation. There was a gang called the Decepticons that were the big. They were no joke.
There was a band called the Decepticons?
Yeah, this gang it was the scariest thing.
And they fought the Transformers?
There were no Autobots to protect us.
Yeah, okay.
But
did you ever have to deal with the Decepticons?
No, I didn't, because I was 10 years old. What was I going to do?
You would have said to them, "I'm only 10, but I look like I'm 12. Back off. I look like I'm very close to puberty."
Yeah.
You have just received a great honor. BuzzFeed, that failing pile of garbage, has ranked the sexiest bald actors, okay? And I gotta say, you really do. You pull it off nicely. You sometimes have hair, though, like as Ernest Hemingway, you had hair. Do you like the roles where you have to wear the hairpiece and go, it's a change of pace. This is what might have been.
I never would have had hair that good. I did. I mean, when I was 10, I had a lovely head of hair. I wasn't always like this.
It looked like the hair of a 12-year-old.
What was the question?
I don't know. Give me your lunch money. That was the question. Give it up easily. Well, here's the thing, is that not everybody can be sexy. I actually had my graphics department make this to show, this is a sexy, you look at the camera, man. This is a sexy bald man, okay? Sexy bald man. Here is you seeing how long they're gonna clap?
No, I was being the Arrow shirt model.
This is not a sexy bald man. Doesn't work for everyone. It just doesn't work for everyone.
I like it.
You're very lucky. You have a nicely shaped head. You got the symmetrical ears. You're very good. Congratulations. Now, you didn't really originally want to be an actor, right? I understand you wanted to be the really sexy part in acting. You wanted to be the stage manager.
Yes.
Why did you want to be the guy with the clipboard?
Well, the Metropolitan Opera does this program with elementary schools. Where they come to public elementary schools around New York and help develop musicals. And we did that, and I think they were worried that nobody wanted to be the stage manager. And so they really sold it.
How did
they're like, this is the
upsell?
job you want. You know, you don't want to be an actor. You don't want to.
They have to stay thin.
Here's the donuts, yeah.
The kid losing his hair. You want to be a stage manager.
But I was convinced to be an actor, and I.
Well, thank God you were. Thank God. Now, your new film, which I'm very excited about seeing, is with another sexy man, Matthew McConaughey. This is the story. It's called Gold, which I understand is based on a true story.
Yes.
What happened? What is the movie about, my friend?
It is about what may or may not be the largest gold find in history, and how this very unlikely prospector.
Who's
McConaughey comes to own it and sell it, and you know.
You play a banker who learns that there's this giant gold find, and you start selling the shares. You have the right to sort of, you invest in the company and
I take
you
it
represent
public.
it. Take it public. Wow. Now, how did you study to be a banker? How much coke did you do? What did you?
I had done that research for House of Cards,
Oh,
like
okay.
a congressman.
You're good.
So I had it in the back pocket.
Well, lovely to meet you, Corey. Gold is in theaters Friday, January 27th. Corey Stoll, everybody. We'll be right back with a performance by Nick Grant with Watch the Duck.